Hello, welcome to Soulprint Intuitive Tarot. It is January 31st. So we survived the first month of January, like literally, yay us. This has been a tough month to get through. There's been a lot going on, just energetically, astrologically, and certainly politically. So let's all just take a moment, take a deep breath, pat ourselves on the back because we survived it. And I think it's safe to say most of us have survived it with our sanity intact. So there we have it, eh? Okay, this is going to be a bit of a bits and bods kind of video. I have a whole bunch of housekeeping things I want to take care of, and then we're going to take a quick look at the politics. But let's just start at the beginning. So I absolutely love the fact that my message, and it's not only mine, lots of people are saying it, but my message of you got to keep your thoughts positive. You can't have negative thoughts because thoughts amplify and they resonate and they group together. So I'm just going to kind of do a quick metaphysical 101, okay? Thoughts are thoughts. Energy is energy. Thoughts attract like energy. Energy is neither good nor bad, positive or negative. It is simply energy. And so when a bunch of thoughts and energies come together and they're all saying the same thing, that is when they develop momentum, they develop substance, almost like they become bigger and bigger and stronger. So you need to be really, really careful of the thoughts you're actually thinking. Now, I said this before a couple of times for those who are new to my video or maybe missed it, new to my channel or missed it, whichever. So this is the thing. The universe has this weird kind of little quirk. And the weird little kind of quirk the universe has is that it does not hear negatives. I don't know why. I can't explain it. The next time I'm up there in the divine, I'm going to have to ask somebody and try to remember the answer when I get back to Earth or wherever I'm going to end up next. It just doesn't accept negatives. It doesn't hear them. So a lot of people have been sending in their affirmations about politics and Trump, etc. And I'm getting a lot of I can't wait. Now, if I actually said that on my video, and I could have, because sometimes I ramble, I don't know what the heck I'm saying. If I did, bad on me, okay? Because what happens when the universe doesn't hear negatives, right? Instead of hearing, I cannot wait until there is a new president. What the universe hears is, I can wait until there is a new president, which frankly is about the last thing, that's not exactly the message you're attempting to send. So, we can just do I feel excited that we have a new president coming. One of the other things that I just want to share is that when you're doing affirmations and you're setting intentions, which is exactly what this is, you have to sort of believe it and feel it. And you have to say it and think of it as if it has already happened. That is where the power comes from. And one of the ways that you create some of that power and momentum energetically within yourself is to actually connect with the feelings that you feel or the feelings you're going to feel or want to feel when your intention comes to pass. So this is sort of the little quick one that I wrote out. This is not the only one, for God's sakes, but I'm suggesting this as, a suggestion. I feel excited, relieved, and blessed because we have a wonderful new Democratic president in the White House who cares about us and our country. Okay? And you could even add a wonderful new Democratic president in the White House as a result of the November 2020 election, okay? But you want it to be present tense, and you want it to be nothing but positive, and if you can, connect to those emotions, because we're working really, really hard to sort of set these intentions and send them out into the world. So let's just be really, really mindful, because any negative connotation, any negative word isn't heard. It's just, so things like get rid of, I hate, I can't stand it. All of those sorts of things, if you take away the negative, you get what I'm saying. Okay, so that's the first thing. Secondly, just interestingly, I saw Michael Steele on MSNBC. I think it was yesterday. And Michael Steele, for those of you who don't know, used to be the chairman of the RNC, and he has since sort of disassociated himself with certainly the goings on of the Republicans right now. And he said that in talking to people he knows and talking to friends he knows, when he asks them, what is going on with you people? Like, why are you letting this unfold this way? And the answer, believe it or not, is it's payback. It's payback, baby. You know? So I don't know. What are they paying back? Are they paying back the fact that they're being rejected by the American people? Are they paying it back because, oh my God, horror of horrors, they had to tolerate a black president for 8 years? I'm not sure, but that just gives you some sort of idea of kind of the attitude that's going on with some of these people. So that's a bit of a concern. Okay, next. I have gotten an amazing response to the energy circle, the positive energy circle. So I was, talking to Masudius, and I was, who is, a soul group that I channel and connect with. And I was asking them the best format, because what I'm trying to do, or what I'm desirous of doing, is actually replicating the waves and waves of energy that came to me as I was moving my way through the procedure that I just had and healing from it. I also experienced the exact same thing at Christmas time, when, all of you were being so generous and kind and sending me lovely holiday wishes and Christmas wishes and blessings. It was like waves and waves and waves of love and positive energy and blessings and good thoughts and healing energy. And that is what I want to accomplish with this energy circle. So when I asked the best way to format this, I got a really interesting picture. So they were showing me rain, rain falling from the sky. And they showed me two different scenarios. They showed me like a rainstorm. And that rain was coming down, and it was bouncing, and that rain was just rolling right into the gutters. It was like there was an abundance of rain, and it couldn't get absorbed by the earth. I mean, some did, make no mistake, but a lot of it was just sort of ended up in the road, in the gutter, going towards storm drains, etc. The other vision that they showed me was that same rain coming down gently, steadily, continually over a long period of time. And so what they're showing me is, because that rain came down that way, it started to permeate the earth, right? It started to travel down the levels, so first it hit the grass, and then it hit the dirt, and down and down and down until it got to the roots of the trees and flowers, and they were then nourished. So that made me realize, and listen, I get the power of a group of people coming together at the same time thinking the same thought. But what Masudius was telling me basically was, for the kind of energy we want to do, what you want to do is just have it being like a rolling kind of event. So what I've come up with so far, and I'm probably going to play with this a little bit, so bear with me as we all figure out the best way to make this happen. But I think what I'm going to do is probably sometimes on a Sunday, might be Sunday afternoon, might be Sunday evening. I'm going to release a video on both this channel and on Soulprint Insights, and it's going to be titled, Energy Circle Week Of. And what we're going to do is, it's going to be a very short video, and it's going to talk about what we're focusing our energy and attention on, and sort of my suggestions of how we might want to encapsulate that or view it or visualize it. Because I have viewers like all the other readers. I have viewers all over the world. I mean, I have viewers from Budapest to Australia. I have some in Hong Kong. I have some in Jamaica, England, so Ireland. So my point is that it's going to be almost impossible to get all of us to come together at the same time. And that wasn't what I received. What I received was these rolling waves of blessings coming towards me. And so I'm going to release one on Sunday. And then when you hear it, sometimes within the next 6 hours, 12 hours, whatever works for you, sit down and send out that energy. And I want to see if that actually is able to replicate the amazing energies that I have received from all of you amazing people, not only at Christmas and the holidays, but of course, and very importantly, as I have been healing. So that's sort of my intention right now. And just a heads up, I think that probably we're going to look at this Sunday. It's going to be probably about America, literally just trying to heal the energy, just trying to calm down the energy. Okay, next, this is sort of really interesting. I was thinking this morning about the numbers assigned to a president. And you had Obama, who was the 44th president. And he sort of created just a feeling of, and this actually resonates a little bit closer to angel numbers, if you will, as opposed to numerology numbers. So 44, first of all, 44 is a number connecting to the angelic realm. But what happened with Obama was he brought in kind of our better angels, if you will. He started to show the country how things could be different, how changes could be put into place that would envelop all of America, that would help all the people come together. That was sort of what he did. He came and he was trying to connect and communicate with everyone's better angels. Trump rolls in at 45, and at 9, you're kind of looking at 4 plus 5 is 9. You're kind of looking at the completion of a cycle, kind of bringing it all together. And so what has happened with him is he is literally destroying what has been, created, if you will. He's tearing down the better angels that Obama was appealing to, and now he's screaming at the top of his lungs for the not so nice angels on the other side. Okay, so you have a better angels and then the not so better angels happening president to president. The next president is going to be 46. So 4 plus 6 is 10. Reduced, that's a 1. 1 talks about new beginnings, new ideas, new creativity, the beginning of a cycle. And so that was just really interesting to me as I was sort of processing it, because it really, really does make sense. It's almost as if the election of the next president is going to be the opportunity for Americans to say, I choose our better angels, or I choose, me versus we, right? I don't care about better angels. I want what I want, versus we're going to do this as a collective, as a country as a whole. And so that's just a thought to sort of think about, right? You can almost see kind of almost like a higher elevation, a higher reason for the succession that you have experienced. And as much as I really don't like Trump, and I don't, he definitely has brought to the attention of the American people some of the loopholes and, frankly, potholes in the way your government is set up and running. So definitely it looks like the next president is going to be bringing in a new wave. And I guess the wave or the new beginning is really going to boil down to, do you choose this or do you choose that? So there's that. What else did I want to talk about? Also, I am currently booking private readings sort of in the last 2 weeks of February. And I just want to make just a mention of this. When I quote times, first of all, I'm quoting the times in Alberta time zone, so Mountain Standard Time. But I'm giving you usually 2 or 3 options of times. Now, I rarely do more than 2 private readings in a day. So if I'm telling you 2 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, and let's say you're in, Washington, okay, and so that would be like 4 o'clock or so your time. So, sorry, 3 o'clock, because I said 1 o'clock. So you're 2 hours ahead of me, is what I'm trying to say. And, maybe you don't get home from work until 4:30. And so you just think, oh, I can't get a reading from her because her times aren't working. Just let me know. Just send me a reply saying, can we do 4 instead of 2? Can we do? And I tend to really be able to accommodate that for the most part because, like I said, I don't do back-to-back readings. I don't think they're helpful. I kind of feel for me, it drains my energy, and then I can't keep my focused where I want it to be to give you the best possible reading I can give. So I'm just putting that out there. Okay. I got a request to look into the E.J. Carroll DNA test because she apparently has kept the dress or the coat, whatever she was wearing, the garment that she was wearing when she says Trump attacked her in a dressing room in, I don't know, Bloomingdale's or somewhere. So energetically what I'm getting from that, I'm going to throw a few cards, but energetically what I'm getting from that is that ultimately she's, they're going to be able to get that DNA, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. They are going to fight this tooth and nail because the last thing they want during his presidency is something like that coming out. So let's just come on down. Let's take a quick look at E.J. Carroll versus Trump, I guess. So E.J. Carroll versus Trump. E.J. Carroll, Trump. E.J. Carroll, Trump. E.J. Carroll, Trump. Yeah, okay. So bottom line is you have 2 opposing sides, okay? And ultimately, she is going to get her just rewards, if you will. She is going to win, ultimately. But for now, there is this sense of a sort of disappointment in the air right now, as if it feels as if she's having to walk away or move away from it. This card also reads as if Trump is trying to turn his back on the situation and run away from it. But ultimately, the secrets are going to come out. And when they do, it's not going to go well for Trump because it looks as if she's going to win and he's not, which would mean that then, she's right and he's not. So definitely there's going to be victory, but it's going to come after some disappointments. And so exactly what I was saying, you've got that sense of delay, just delay, because Trump is going to do everything he can to not let this There's judgment sitting on the bottom. Not letting this thing come to fruition while he is in the presidency. He wants, so that was judgment and death, which is never a good combination. So that's a story on her. I think ultimately she'll win, but it's not going to happen right away. I continue to receive information that says Trump is going to be acquitted. We know that. That's kind of a bit of a foregone conclusion. And that there's still going to be witnesses. And I'm not understanding that, because certainly it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So I don't know whether something's going to come out literally in the next very, very short while, and cause some of those senators to sort of pull back on their vote and maybe think, oh no, we really can't be left with not having these answers. So I'm not sure, but I keep getting that there's going to be witnesses or additional information. So does that mean that possibly instead of witnesses and documents, maybe what we're going to get is a couple people becoming very, very public about some more stuff that they know, whether that's Bolton or Les Parnas or whoever. So we'll see how that pans out. But so what I want to do is I want to take a look right now. Oh, there's Trump sitting at the bottom of the deck. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at Trump and how he is doing with what is going on right now. Okay. The other thing that struck me this morning when I was contemplating the whole 44, 45, 46th president was that, so this is the thing. If the senators wrap up this trial literally by today or Monday or Tuesday, without witnesses, without documentation, you have got 75% of the American people who are going to be absolutely furious that this was not held as an appropriate trial. It's, it's rigged, it's jinxed, it's not relevant, it's not valid, it doesn't carry any weight or substance. So you've got 75% of the people who are not likely to forget. People always say, oh, people have a short attention span. They don't have a short attention span when they have been betrayed. And that's exactly what is going on. So what I'm saying is you now have 75% of the people across America who are really, really annoyed with how the Republicans have handled this. In some ways, that is almost adding fuel to the fire that is going to cause the surge of energy that brings the Republicans to their knees. So again, there's always a bright side, even when we think it couldn't get any darker. There's always a bright side, and it may possibly be that energetically the universe needs for there to be a real powerful election result, so that it cannot be, it cannot be disputed, it cannot be anything. And if Trump needs to be forcefully removed from the White House in January of 2021, that's what will happen. So I think part of what's going on is the energy is building and building to create a more forceful, intense win come the election. And that really is whether or not he leaves office early and Pence gets in. This is ultimately going to end up punishing not only Trump, that's a foregone conclusion, but the Republicans as a party and as a whole. So again, don't lose hope. Okay, Trump's current state. Oh my, okay. He is living so deep within his bubble and his reality that he literally he only looks at that one thing. Okay, so this is the Queen of Cups. You can see that this is the only cup in the deck that has a lid on it, if you will, to contain the emotions. But if you look at where her focus and concentration is, she is not taking her eyes off of that cup. And that is about emotions, right? That is about, so he literally is containing his emotions by focusing solely on the bubble in which he lives. And the bubble in which he lives, he is amazing. He is wonderful. He is the best there has ever been. And he's going to get off, and this is going to turn into a fabulous, fabulous campaign. Campaign message. Okay. So that's where he's at. He's living in his little bubble. He actually is starting to be aware of the fact that the truth is going to catch up to him one of these days. But I think part of what he's hoping for is that he can outrun the truth. He can use his assets, his position, his power to outrun the law. And let's be fair, again, he has had a life of being able to do that. He really hasn't ever paid any consequences, because even if somebody forces him to settle a legal bill, he then turns around and declares bankruptcy. So, okay, but he's going to continue to try to use every resource he has at his disposal to circumvent the law. Oh my. Okay, so this is my other trump card, as you know. And so we have the Two of Cups, and we have the Four of Pentacles. So what that's telling us is that there are a lot of partnerships behind the scenes that we're not really even privy to. And that is going to, those things are going to continue to come to light. And he's very scared of that. He is leaning very, very heavily on those people that he views as his allies. And I don't care whether that's Mitch McConnell or it's, Netanyahu, okay? It doesn't matter. He's clinging to them very, very tightly because he's scared to let go of them. And that's okay. But you know what? Nobody likes to be clung to like that. Nobody likes that kind of energy around them all the time. Okay, we'll take this one too. Okay, so quick wrap up, right? He's going to use everything he can. He's going to be offering favors to countries around the world. He's going to be doing whatever he can to hang on. But you know what? The devil sort of got him by the tail, and justice is chasing after the devil. So what you have is his mercenary ways are going to be exposed, because they're probably going to become amplified, and more of these unholy alliances are going to come to light. Justice is going to come, and ultimately the country is going to represent a state of satisfaction and contentness over what ultimately becomes the result. I wish I could tell you that result was going to happen in March. I wish I could tell you for sure it would happen in July. What I can tell you right now is it really, really does look like he's not going to be able to continue in the role as president. And again, whether that happens sometimes this year or it happens, as a result of the November election. Between now and the next time I talk to you, between now and then, please keep your thoughts positive. Stay calm. Breathe deep. If you need to walk away from the insanity that is playing out on your television, do so. Don't immerse yourself in something that makes you crazy and dredges up negative emotions. Stay focused, stay positive, stay in a place where you are nurturing yourself and you're taking care of yourself first, because on some level, you actually realize that the fight has just begun, okay? Again, I would like to thank from the bottom of my heart all of my new subscribers, all of the viewers I have, the thumbs up, all of the comments. They are amazing. My subscribers continue to grow on both channels, and I'm feeling very, very blessed with the abundance that you have bestowed upon me. Until next time, take care. Be well. We'll see you soon. Bye.